Good evening and welcome back to Errol Russell Park. Quarterfinal action here in the playoff round of the 2025 Gold Bat Invitational Tournament. We have the Etobicoke Rangers, the number 3 seed in the playoffs, taking on the Burlington Brants, the number 6 seed in the playoffs. We're a little bit of a later start than 8:30, getting going for our quarters, but we're here now as we're ready to go. Michael Westlake leading things off here for the Burlington Brants. They'll be the visiting team for this game based on their seed. Starting battery for the Etobicoke Rangers. The catcher is number 41, Hunter Bisser. And the starting pitcher is number 15, Julian Tomochko. Count right now 2-2. As Westlake leads things off here. Max von Jemingen due up second, while Bill Riome is due up third. The ball fouled back towards the Etobicoke dugout, but Tanner Young-Schultz just going to run out of room there. Our other quarterfinal matchup that's happening over at Blackwell Park this evening will feature the number 4 seed, the Windsor Stars, taking on the number 5 seed, the Tecumseh Thunder, in an all Can-Am League quarterfinal over there. Our 2 teams getting byes. The number 1 seed ended up being the Sarnia Brigade, while the number 2 seed was the Newmarket Hawks. Both those teams will be playing in the quarterfinals tomorrow, and we have made a schedule adjustment that those semifinal games will both be happening now at 10:30, both here at Errol Russell as well as Blackwell Park. Westlake takes that pitch high. The count now runs full 3-2. Here's the pitch from Tomochko. That pitch going to miss outside. Westlake going to make his way to first.
Good job.
So the leadoff batter is aboard. So that's going to bring up the catcher, Max von Jemingen. Defensively for the Rangers, from left to right, left field, Dan Murphy. Playing in center field, Kyle Bowers. The right fielder is Dan Francischetti. As Tomochko comes set for the 0-1 pitch to von Jemingen, with sails up and away for ball 1. In the infield, we have David Boato at third base. The shortstop is Michael Ferracuti. Playing second base is Alex Thrower. And at first base, we have Tanner Young-Schultz. 1-1 the count here on von Jemingen. That pitch is going to miss down for a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike now, the count. As we stated earlier, the battery this evening for the Rangers, the catcher is Hunter Bisser. And the starting pitcher is right-hander Julian Tomochko. That pitch going to miss down and in to ball 3 to von Jemingen. So 3-1 the count here. Michael Westlake, the runner on first. He reached via a walk. Just getting underway here, top of the first inning. That pitch is going to miss up and away. Von Jemingen also drawing a walk. So the count, runners now at first and second. And that's going to bring up the first baseman, Bill Riome. First pitch to Reum is up and out for ball 1. Another fastball that goes up and into Reum for ball 2. 2-0 now, the count on the Brant's first baseman. Runners on first and second here, so a little bit of a jam here for the Rangers in the top of the first as that pitch misses down for ball 3. Mochko trying to work through some control issues here right now as he tries to harness in here and find the strike zone. That pitch going to miss up. So Reum going to make his way to first. The base is now loaded. It's going to bring up the DH for this evening's game, veteran Tim Sogan. Trio of walks here have the Brants threatening here in the top of the first inning of this quarterfinal matchup. First pitch to Sogan. Fastball that tails back over the outside corner for strike 1. Mochko has his sign now and comes set at the belt. Here's the pitch. Fastball going to get fouled back to the backstop for strike 2. So Mochko way up here, 0-2 against Tim Sogan. Here's the pitch. Fastball that just misses the outside corner for ball 1. Pretty handy pitch there, though. Base is full of Brants here in the top of the first. Nobody out. Fastball in on the hands, and Mochko able to get Sogan down on strike swinging for the first out here in the top of the first inning. That's going to bring up the left fielder for this evening's game, Anthony Risquez. One away here now as Mochko trying to work through a series of walks here to see if he can try and hold the Brants at bay here. First pitch to Risquez. Fastball that misses outside for ball 1. So 1-0 the count here on Risquez. Mochko with his sign. Here's the pitch. Fastball chopped to third base. Able to make the play, steps on third, throws across the diamond. And Mochko able to work out of a huge bases loaded and nobody out jam there as he induces the 5-3 double play on the infield. And the Brants get nothing in the first inning. So no runs on no hits. There were no Etobicoke errors. And the Brants leave 2 runners on base. The score after 1/2 inning of play is the Burlington Brants no score. And the Etobicoke Rangers coming to bat here in the bottom of the first inning. Take a short break and be right back for action in the bottom of the first. We're back for action here in the bottom of the first. That's Alex Thrower leading things off for the Rangers as he singles to get things going here in the bottom of the first inning. That's going to bring up the third baseman, David Boato. First pitch to Boato is a fastball that tails inside. Battery this evening for the Burlington Brants. Starting catcher is number 99, Max Von Jemigen. Starting pitcher is veteran right-hander number 12, Trevor Woodjets, as Boato fouls that ball back and out of play. So 1 ball and 1 strike to count here now on Boato. Alex Thrower taking his lead from first. Here's the pitch. Slider that catches the plate for strike 2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to count here on Boato. Here's the pitch. Another slider chopped towards third base. Burton able to make the play. Throws it across. The throw, though, pulls Bill Rayome off the bag. And Boato going to reach on the throwing error to Burton at third base. So runners at first and second here with nobody out. Von Jemigen and Woodjet's going to go over the signals and what to do here now that they have a runner on second base. Tanner Young-Schultz, the batter now for the Rangers, playing first base this evening. Here's the pitch from Woodjets. Fastball that's in there for strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch that's going to get popped up on the left field line, and that will be back and out of play. Count now, no balls and 2 strikes on Young-Schultz. Woodjets with the sign, comes set. Here's the pitch. Change up just missing down for ball 1. Good pitch there from Woodjets, but Young-Schultz not biting on that one. 1-2 pitch. Cutter that's going to miss in on the hands for ball 2. So back to even here, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the first inning. That ball, good hack there from Young-Schultz. Rips it into the netting here off to the left side of the park. Count remains 2-2. Woodjets with a couple of shakes. He has the sign that he wants now. Here comes the pitch. Another changeup that tails away for ball 3. Full count now, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Alex Thrower, the runner on second base. David Boato, the runner on first. Here's the pitch. Chopped down the line towards first base. That ball is going to kick foul. So runners will go back. We'll reset here again at the plate. Count remains full here. Still nobody out. Bottom of the first inning here in quarterfinal action of the 2025 Gold Bat Tournament. Burlington Brants taking on the Etobicoke Rangers. 3-2 pitch coming again. That ball hit down the left field line, and it is going to land just foul outside the line. An exasperated Tanner Young Schultz comes back to the plate again to grab his bat. Woodjet set. Here comes the pitch. Runner takes off to third. He's going to foul that one off again. Another full count offering here from Trevor Woodjets. Changeup swung through and missed by Young Schultz. He's down on strikes for the first out of the inning.
Hey, go get it, throw!
Shortstop Michael Ferracuti, the next batter here for Etobicoke, as he hits one down the right field line, but that is going to peel off foul. So no balls and one strike to count here on the shortstop Ferracuti. Runners still remain at first and second. Count now 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the pitch from Woodjets. That one missing down for ball 2. Pitch fouled back here into the netting. Count even now at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Michael Ferracuti. Here's the pitch. That pitch missing inside for a ball. Count runs full now, 3-2. Both pitchers throwing a lot of pitches here in the first inning. Full count, runner takes off. That pitch runs inside and catches Ferracuti in the hip. And he's going to make his way to first. So just like in the top of the first inning here, the Rangers now have the bases loaded in the bottom half of their first inning. Only one out. It's going to be the catcher, Hunter Bisser, who makes his way to the plate. First pitch is a fastball that splits the plate for strike one. No balls and one strike to count. Woodjet's going to get a new set of signs here. No, a cutter misses the outside corner for ball one. 1 ball and 1 strike now, the count. One pitch coming from Woodjets. Pass ball that catches a good piece of Von Jemingen there behind the plate, so Woodjet's going to take a second to make sure he's okay. So count now 1 ball and 2 strikes here on the catcher Bisser. As Woodjets tries to navigate a little bit of a jam up here in the first. 1-2 pitch coming. Slider hit back up the middle on a line.
Hey, good job.
That ball was hit extremely hard, but Matt Mastrantuno in the right spot there to catch that ball on the line, runs over and steps on second. And that is the end of the threat here in the bottom of the first inning for the Etobicoke Rangers.
Ball double play or what happened?
So after the line drive double play that ended the inning, there was no runs there for Etobicoke on 1 hit. There was 1 Burlington Brants error. And the Rangers leave 2 runners on base. After 1 inning of play here at Errol Russell Park, we remain scoreless between the Burlington Brants and the Etobicoke Rangers. We'll take a short break and be right back here for the top of the second inning. Leading off the top of the second inning here for the Burlington Brants is the third baseman Noah Burton. We'll do our best to keep an eye on the other game happening over at Blackwell, as well as I do have the Windsor Stars on Game Changer. So right now, playing in the bottom of the third inning there, the Windsor Stars lead that game by a score of 1-0. So we'll keep an eye on that one for you as well as we're going through the evening here. Burton takes a fastball there in the inside corner for strike one. So the count now 2 balls and 1 strike. Again, for folks that have been joining into the stream throughout the day, we appreciate you taking the time to do so as Burton rips that ball into left field. So the leadoff runner reaches for the Brants on a single to left field by Noah Burton. That's going to bring up the right fielder now, Cole Lewis. Mochko with his sign, and he comes set now. Here's the pitch. Swung through and missed by Lewis there for strike one. Fastball there from Tomoshko finds the outside corner for strike two. So Lewis now in a bit of a hole here, 0-2. Tries to stretch that corner a little bit further, but just misses there for ball one. 1 ball and 2 strikes now, the count. Fastball missing up and away for ball 2. Count even now at 2-2. Keeping a close eye on the stream here. Hopefully we get some visitors on that want to pop in and say hello. If you're on there and you're able to use the chat, make sure you drop a line. Let us know where you're watching from. So Lewis works himself back into a full count here, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Noah Burton takes his lead from first. That ball chopped high to first base. Tanner Young-Schultz able to make the play. He's going to scurry over to first. A little bit of a collision there, but it looks like everyone's okay. Young-Schultz beats Lewis to the bag. So Cole Lewis the first out of the inning. Burton able to advance to second on that play, though. So runner on second and 1 out. For Matt Master at 2-0 as he hits a little chopper towards third base. Going to be a tough play there for Bellato as he's not going to be able to get to that one in time. So it'll be an infield single for Mastuantuano. So we have runners at the corners now with 1 out as the Brants threatening again here to get on the board. It's going to bring up the shortstop, Darryl Pierce. Nice to see Michael Foster popping up on the feed here as Pierce rips that one to left field. That's going to get down in front of Murphy. Noah Burton going to trot home with the first run of this game as the Brants take an early 1-0 lead on the RBI single from Darryl Pierce. Runners now at first and second. We're back to the top of the order here for center fielder Mike Westlake. That ball hit towards right center field. Franchischetti making his way back. He's not going to make the catch, though, as it goes off the base of the wall. One runner going to come in to score for sure. The other runner going to get the stop sign at third base. That is a stand-up double for Mike Westlake that drives in another run. The Brants have now scored a pair of runs here in this inning as they lead now 2-0. So runners on second and third with one out. As Max von Jemingen takes a good hack at that first pitch, fouls it off down the right field line. No balls and one strike to count here on von Jemingen. That fastball misses up and away for ball one. We have some action down in the Etobicoke bullpen, I believe, is Mike Asta. That fastball missing inside for a ball. 3 balls and 1 strike now, the count. Here's the pitch from Tomachko. That ball hit towards left center field. Murphy makes the call. That ball is dropped, though.
Yeah, way to go!
2 runners going to come in.
Keep it going!
Runners remain at second and third there. The Brants do push another run across here, which makes the score now 3-0. So that is an RBI single for Max von Jemingen, and he advances to second on the throw into third base. As Bill Rayome has a pretty good hack at that one, fouls it back and out of play. So no balls and 1 strike to count here. Rayome walked in his first plate appearance. Here's the pitch from Tomachko. Slider that's going to miss the outside corner for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Pitch from Tomachko down in the dirt. A good block there from Hunter Bisser to keep that from going to the backstop. Swing and a miss there from Rayome for strike 2.
Come on, Bill.
So count now, 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out with runners on second and third. Michael Westlake, the runner on third. Max von Jemingen, the runner on second. Here's the pitch. Hit towards left center field. That's going to get down and towards the gap. Michael Westlake coming in, so is Max von Jemingen as he makes the turn. There's going to be no play at the plate.
Keep it going!
So a 2-run single there from Bill Rayom has now extended the lead to 5-0 now. So a quick mound visit here to kind of talk things over with the pitcher and the catcher. So still 1 out through all of this. Bill Rayom, the runner on first, and the batter is going to be the designated hitter, Tim Sogan. Sogan struck out in his first at bat. That pitch missing down. Good block from Visser, though. Keep Rayom at first. The fastball going to go high and in for ball 2. Two balls and no strikes here, the count. Good fastball there from Tomachko. Swung through and missed by Sogan for strike 1. Their fastball that goes up and in. The count now 3-1 on Sogan here with Bill Rayom on first, and the Brants have broken it open here in the top of the second inning as they now lead this game 5-0. Good fastball there, another good cut from Sogan, but comes up empty on the swing. Count full now, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Rayom with his lead from first. That ball going to get bounced in. So the walk is going to put runners now on first and second with 1 out. That looks as if it's going to be the end of the evening for Julian Tomachko. He will make his way to the bench. So Eric Thrower going to make his way into this game. Apologies, I thought it was Mike Astor earlier, but it's Eric Thrower that was in the pen. So he's going to get some time to warm up here. So we'll take a quick break here. Again, the score right now as we play in the top of the second inning with 1 out is 5-0 for the Burlington Brants over the Etobicoke Rangers. We'll take a quick break and return to the action here in a few minutes. All right, so thrower done with his warm-up pitches. We're ready to go here. Anthony Risquez is going to be the batter here for the Burlington Brants. Runners on first and second with 1 out. Here's the pitch from thrower. Fastball that goes up and in for ball 1. Another pitch that misses for ball 2. Two balls and no strikes to count. The pitch from thrower. Good fastball there that tails back over the outside corner for strike 1. Ball hit hard
Yeah, way to
to
go!
right field as it goes between the first and second baseman. Rayom getting the wave.
Way to go! All right! Good,
It's an RBI single
Good
for
job!
Anthony Risquez. And he now extends the Burlington lead to 6-0.
Way to go! Let's keep it going!
So we're back to Noah Burton, who led off this inning. First pitch from thrower misses upstairs for ball 1. Just having a peek at my computer here for the other game. Currently right now at Blackwell, the score now tied 1-1 as the Tecumseh Thunder used a double and a pair of singles in their 4th inning to tie that game with Windsor at 1 apiece. So we'll keep a close eye on that as we're going here throughout the evening. 2-0 the count here on Noah Burton. Led off this inning with a single as that pitch misses outside for a ball. Two-0 pitch coming to Burton. Or 3-0 pitch coming to Burton, and that does find the plate for a strike. So 3 balls and 1 strike now the count. Another good fastball there from thrower, finds the inside corner this time for strike 2. Count now full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out. Pair of runners on base here for the Burlington Brants. They broken this game open here this inning, lead 6-0 as that ball going to get fouled back and out of play. Try it again here now with the full count. Thrower going to step off and get a new set of signs from Hunter Bisser. That's the one he wants now. He steps in. Here's the pitch. Slider that misses the outside corner for ball 4.
Keep it going, Cole.
Bases loaded again here with 1 out. That's going to bring up the right fielder, Cole Lewis. Lewis 0 for 1, grounded out to first. That ball hit towards shortstop. Barracuda with the flip to second, on to first.
Yeah. Way to go. Okay.
Not able to get
Good
Lewis
job.
at first. They do retire the runner going to second. So we have runners on the corners now.
Keep it going, Matt.
So Matt Mastintuno at the plate here now for the Brants. Here's the pitch from the thrower. Finds the outside corner for a strike. Two outs, runners on the corners here as we play in the top of the second inning. 7-0 Burlington Brants over the Etobicoke Rangers. Curveball in the dirt. That's going to get away from Hunter Visser.
All right. Good job. Way to go, Riz.
So with the wild pitch, that's going to bring across another run. Making the score 8-0 now. With the single to right field throw coming in, no cutoff.
Way to go!
So Lewis going to slide in safely.
Way to go!
The RBI single for Mastintuno now extends the lead to 9-0.
We want more!
So 2 outs and a runner on first for shortstop Daryl Pierce. That fastball from thrower finds the outside corner for strike one. Fastball missing up for a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike now the count. Ball fouled out of play just over by the Rangers dugout. Count now evens up at 2-2. Or with the long look in here. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Curveball just misses the outside corner now. Fills the count 3-2. So with 2 outs here, Mastintuno is going to be on the move. Full count pitch. Hit back up the middle.
Yeah, way to go!
Thrower can't come up with that one.
Keep it going.
So Pierce going to reach on
Go, Mike.
the infield hit. So runners at first and second now for top of the order again with Mike Westlake. No balls and 1 strike here. The count on Westlake as thrower gets his sign and comes set. Here's the pitch. Another good fastball on the inside corner for strike 2.
Come on, Mike. Let's go, Mike.
No balls and 2 strikes to count. Here's the pitch from thrower. Well, curveball hit towards right field. That's going to send the right fielder
Way to go!
Francis Eddy
All
back to the
right,
fence.
Good job!
He gets the ball back in.
Yeah, way to go! All right!
Both runners going to come in to
All
score on that
right, good
2-run
job.
double from Mike Westlake.
We want more!
So the lead extended now to 11-0. Catcher Max von Jemingen steps in. He takes a big hack at first pitch from thrower and comes up empty for strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch, another good swing there from von Jemingen, but he fouls that one back to the backstop for strike 2. So no balls and 2 strikes to count here on the catcher von Jemingen. Here's the pitch from thrower. Fastball that misses down for ball 1. One ball, 2 strikes to count. Here's the pitch from thrower. Fastball swung on and missed. And that's
Good
it
job,
for the
guys.
Brants here in the top of the 2nd inning. So for the Brants in their top half of the 2nd inning, they score 11 runs on 9 hits. There were no Etobicoke errors, and there was 1 runner left on base. We head to the bottom of the 2nd inning. The score right now, the Burlington Brants 11, and the Etobicoke Rangers no score. We'll be right back after a quick break. All right, we're back to the bottom of the second inning here as DH Noah Case going to lead things off for the Etobicoke Rangers, to be followed by left fielder Dan Murphy. As Case fouls that one off at the plate for strike one. Right fielder Dan Franchischetti due up third this inning. Trevor Woodjets back to the mound. That ball hit hard on the ground to shortstop. BURL Pierce able to come up with it across the diamond.
Way to go, good job!
He's able to get Noah Case by a couple of steps for the first out of the bottom of the second inning. First pitch to Murphy in there for a called strike from Trevor Woodjets. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Pitch missing just down from Woodjets for ball one. 1 ball and 1 strike now the count. Another good fastball there from Woodjets. Swung through and missed by Murphy. So 1 ball and 2 strikes now the count. Slider missing in the dirt. Evens up the count now, 2-2. Here's the pitch from Woodjets. Good tailing
job,
fastball
Trevor.
in on the hands. Able to get Murphy down on strikes, swinging for the second out of the inning. So that will bring up the right fielder, Dan Franchischetti. First pitch from Woodjets. Slider just misses the outside corner for ball one. One 0 pitch. Good fastball that tails back over the outside corner for strike one. One pitch from Woodjets. Pitch misses down and away for ball two. Two balls and 1 strike to Dan Franchischetti. Good hack at that pitch, but it's called foul at the plate. Two the count here. Here's the pitch from Woodjets. Slider.
Yeah. Way to go, Trevor. Good pitching.
On the appeal, they do check and they say it is a swing. No runs, no hits, no errors. No one left on base for the Rangers here in the bottom half of the second inning. So as we head to the top of the third, the score remains Burlington Brants 11, Etobicoke Rangers no score. We'll take a quick break and be right back here in a few minutes. All right, so we're back here for the top half of the third inning. Bill Rayome going to get things going here in the top half of the third inning against Etobicoke hurler Eric Thrower. Pitch missing down and away for ball one. Pitch going to miss outside for ball two. There's some action down in the Etobicoke bullpen as Mark Risotto has gotten up and started to throw. Get back there from Bill Rayome as he fouls that one straight back to the backstop. Count now 2 balls and 1 strike. Good pitch there from Eric Thrower just on the outside corner for strike 2. Two pitch coming from Eric Thrower. That ball hit back up the middle. A little bit of a hop there past Thrower. Good play there by the other thrower, though, Alex, as he scoops that one up and gets it on to first to retire Rayome for the first out of the inning.
25 out, 55 in. Let's go, Kyle.
So Tim Sogan going to get the rest of the night off, and Kyle Arbuthnot going to pinch hit for him here in the top of the third. Good swing there from Arbuthnot. That's fouled back and out of play.
Okay, you're on it, Kyle. Let's go.
Just having a peek at my computer here right now. We're in the top of the 5th inning in the other quarterfinal game over at Blackwell Park. The Windsor Stars have broken that one open a little bit and lead that game by a score of 6-1. In semifinal matchups tomorrow, Arbuthnot swings at that one, pops straight up on the infield. First baseman Tanner Young-Schultz going to take control and call that one, make the catch, and Arbuthnot's down for the second out of the inning.
Go, Riz.
So as I was saying, with semifinal matchups tomorrow, it's going to depend on the seeds that win these games. What we do know is that the Sarnia Brigade are going to be in the 10:30 semifinal here at Errol Russell Park. And the Newmarket Hawks, the number 2 seed, will be in the semifinal over at Blackwell Park. Their opponents will depend on who wins each one of these quarterfinal games tonight and which seed they are. So the lowest remaining seed will take on the Sarnia Brigade here at the Stan Slack Field. Meanwhile, the other seed advancing will take on the Newmarket Hawks. So Anthony Risquez at the plate here with 2 outs, and Eric Thrower works his way ahead of him, 0-2. Here's the pitch. Another good fastball there from Thrower, and Risquez is down on strikes. And that's all for the Burlington Brants here in the top of the 3rd inning. No runs, no hits, no Etobicoke errors, nobody left on base. After 2.5 innings, the score remains the Burlington Brants 11 and the Etobicoke Rangers no score. We'll take a brief pause here and come back with the bottom of the 3rd inning in a few minutes. Trevor Woodjats back out to the mound here for the bottom half of the third inning to face the 9-1-2 part of the order for the Etobicoke Rangers, as Kyle Bowers chops that one to third base. Burton up with it, but he's not going to have a play on Bowers. And he beats out the infield single to get the leadoff man aboard here for the Etobicoke Rangers. We're back to the top of the order here for the Rangers with second baseman Alex Thrower coming in. First pitch to Thrower is a fastball that misses up and away for ball one. Ball popped up towards center field. Long run in for the center fielder. That ball is going to drop though. Throw to second base. The throw is able to beat Kyle Bowers to the bag. So he's out on the force out at second. So Thrower on first on the fielder's choice. That's going to bring up the third baseman, David Boato. That fastball finds the outside corner for strike one. Another strike there from Woodjats, now runs the count to 0-2. Fastball tails inside for ball one. One ball and two strikes to count here as Thrower takes his lead from first. Here's the pitch to Boato. Slider that was swung through and missed.
Good job.
So Boato down on strikes for the second out of the inning. It's going to bring up the first baseman, Tanner Young-Schultz. First pitch to him. Fastball just... Oh. Sorry, I guess that was a called strike. A 1 pitch to Schultz. Ball fouled back and out of play and into the houses behind the park. So no balls and 2 strikes to count. Fastball in on the hands. And
Good job, Trevor.
Young-Schultz is down on strikes for the third out of the inning. So for the Rangers in the bottom of the third, no runs on no hits. There was no Brant's errors. And Etobicoke leaves 1 runner on base. The score after 3 complete innings of play remains the Burlington Brants 11, And the Etobicoke Rangers, no score. We'll take a quick break, and we'll come right back for the top of the 4th inning. So a couple of defensive changes here for the Etobicoke Rangers as we head into the top of the 4th inning. Now playing first base is number 2, Max Skordapatsky. And a few other changes of defensive players just on the infield as David Boato goes from third base to shortstop, and Tanner Young-Schultz goes from first base to third base. We also have a new pitcher in for the Rangers, and that is right-hander number 24, Mark Risotto. So out of all the changes, it looks like Michael Ferracuti will get the rest of the evening off. So catcher Bisser having a quick word with Risotto to make sure he has the signs all straight. So Noah Burton going to lead things off here for the Brants in the top of the 4th inning, to be followed by right fielder Cole Lewis, and then the second baseman Matt Mastuantuono due up third. So first pitch from Risotto, fastball in on the hands. It's going to be a one-hopper to Alex Thrower. He throws on to first base, and Noah Burton is down for the first out of the inning. So one out here for right fielder Cole Lewis. First pitch to him from Mark Risotto misses down for a ball. Another good fastball. That one going to get ripped through the hole between first and second, and that is a single into right field for Cole Lewis. So that will bring up the next batter, the second baseman, Matt Mastuantuono.
Let's go, Matt.
First pitch from Risotto. Fastball on the outside corner, called strike one. That ball hit on the ground to second base. Good play there by Thrower. On to short, on to first. That is a 4-6-3 double play there for the Etobicoke Rangers defense. And that will be all for the Burlington Brants here in the top of the 4th inning. So for the Brants, no runs on one hit. There were no errors. and then nobody left on base. The score after 3.5 innings of play here at Errol Russell Park is the Burlington Brants 11, the Etobicoke Rangers no score. We'll take a brief pause and we'll be right back for the bottom of the 4th inning. So quick update from Blackwell Park in the other quarterfinal. As they play in the bottom of the 5th right now, it is the Windsor Stars currently leading the Tecumseh Thunder by a score of 7-2 now in that game. So again, bottom of the 5th inning, Windsor Stars 7 and the Tecumseh Thunder 2. We're all set to go here for the bottom of the 4th inning. So the batter is Max Skordapatsky, who just came in last inning defensively. He's playing at first base. So he finds himself now in an 0-2 hole here against Trevor Woodjets. Good change up there from Woodjets as Skordapatsky swings through that one for strike 3. So 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning, and that will bring up the catcher, number 41, Hunter Bisser. That ball hit hard into right field for a single. So with the single, Hunter Bisser now at first. That's going to bring up the DH, Noah Case. First pitch from Woodjets. Fastball hit hard at shortstop. Good play there from Daryl Pierce. He's second and on to first.
Way to go. Good job, guys. Good job. Way to go.
That is a 6-4-3 double play to end the bottom of the 4th inning. So for the Rangers in their half of the 4th, no runs on 1 hit. There were no Brants errors, and nobody left on base. Score after 4 complete innings of play remains the Burlington Brants 11 and the Etobicoke Rangers no score. Again, our update from Blackwell Park in that quarterfinal game in the bottom of the 5th inning right now. It is the Windsor Stars 7 and the Tecumseh Thunder 2. We'll take a break here in our game at Errol Russell, and we'll come right back with the top of the 5th inning. All right, Mark Risotto all done with his warm-up pitches, so we're good to go here for the top of the 5th. So it's going to be shortstop Darryl Pierce leading things off, followed by the center fielder Mike Westlake, who's due up second, and catcher Max Von Jemigen due up third. That pitch just missing up for a ball. Looks like we may have a few pinch hitters coming up this inning, so we'll keep an eye and see what's happening here as Darryl Pierce hits that one on the ground to short. David Boato unable to come up with that one clean. So Mike Westlake's night is all done as Joel Connors makes his way to the dish to hit for him. As that first fastball comes in high for ball 1. Count 1-0 here. Good hack there from Connors as he fouls that one back into the backstop for strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike now, the count. Good looking pitch there from Risotto, but that one just misses the outside corner. One pitch to Connors, in on the hands, and that one's going to get drilled foul down the right field line. Connors swings and misses at that pitch, and Connors down on strikes for the first out of the inning. So that will bring up the catcher, Max Von Jemigen. Little check swing number that's going to go down the first baseline, but kick foul.
Come on, Max.
Count 0-1 here. Pierce with his lead at first. Here's the pitch. Fouled into the netting here, foul ball. Count now 0-2 on Von Jemigen. In on the hands, good pitch there from Risotto. Good call from Boato as he makes the catch there. So 2 outs now.
Okay, Bill.
So Bill Rayome going to come in now. He's next to the plate. Pierce the runner on first, 2 outs here, top of the 5th inning. 11-0 for Burlington in this one. That slider misses the outside corner for ball one. Quarterfinal action here at the CABC Gold Bat Tournament. One of two quarterfinals taking place tonight. The other one over at Blackwell Park is Bill Rayome testing the reflexes of Ricky Ellis down there at third base as his bat goes for a ride.
I think there was a tent there.
About the first call we got right all day, wasn't it?
That ball hit hard to the left center field gap. The outfielders converging, but it's going to drop in.
Way to go, Bill.
Bauer's going to get the ball back into the infield.
Good job.
So the single from Bill Rayome now puts runners at first and second base, as the designated hitter Kyle Arbuthnot going to make his way to the plate.
Let's go, Kyle.
Speaking of the other quarterfinal, just doing a quick check here. Bottom of the sixth now, just starting out there as the Windsor Stars continue to lead that game by a score of 7-2 over the Tecumseh Thunder. The pitch from Risotto missing outside for ball one. Good pitch there from Risotto as he induces the swing from Arbuthnot for strike one. One ball, one strike pitch from Risotto. Good slider there that catches the inside corner for strike two. One ball, two strikes now the count. Time called at the plate. Ball, two strike pitch coming here from Risotto. Another slider, and that's going to find the outside corner for a called strike three. That's all for the Burlington Brants here in the top half of the fifth inning. They score no runs on one hit. There was one Etobicoke error, and they leave a pair of runners on base. We head to the bottom of the fifth inning here at Errol Russell Park. It is the Burlington Brants continuing to lead this game by a score of 11-0. We'll take a quick break here and we'll come right back in 2 minutes. Again, once we get results from these two games tonight, we'll figure out the semi-final matchups, and we'll post those here before we leave the park on our social media accounts so everyone knows what's happening. The one thing we have done tomorrow is shifted the schedule by about half an hour in the morning. So semi-final games will now be starting at 10:30 instead of 10 o'clock. And the championship final here at Errol Russell Park will then be starting at 1:30 instead of 1 p.m. So just a little bit of a concession there to, help our teams out, because it is a late night tonight, and we do appreciate them being at the park and playing these games tonight. So a little bit of a schedule switch for tomorrow. We do know that the Sarnia Brigade, their semifinal game here, being the number 1 seed, will be at Errol Russell Park, as Daniel Murphy hits that ball towards center field, and that is going to drop in for a single. So the Brigade semifinal will take place here at Errol Russell at 10:30. Meanwhile, the number 2 seed receiving the bye tonight as well, the Newmarket Hawks, their semifinal will take place at Blackwell Park, as Dan Franchischetti gets a piece of that one and hits it out of the park for a 2-run home run. That ball was hit a ton by Franchischetti, as that makes its way out of the park in a hurry to right field. So the Rangers finally on the board here in this quarterfinal game, as they get 2 runs here on the 2-run home run from Dan Franchischetti. That ball hit on a ground towards shortstop. Bowers makes his way to first, but Darryl Pierce able to get the ball there in time. And Bowers is down for the first out of the inning. So we're back to the top of the order here with Alex Thrower digging in now to face Trevor Woodjets. First pitch to him, this is outside for a ball. Next pitch clips him on the elbow pad, so he'll make his way to first. So Thrower on first base now with 1 out. That's going to bring up the shortstop, David Boato. First pitch from Woodjets. Fastball chopped towards shortstop. Pierce going to come in and make the play. Throws on to first. And he's able to get the out at first base, as it looks like Boato coming up a little bit lame there at first as he crosses the bag. Hopefully he's okay. So 2 outs now with Tanner Young-Schultz coming to the plate. He takes the first pitch ball from the veteran right-hander Woodjets. 1-0 pitch. That ball laced down the left field line, but it will tail foul. One ball, 1 strike the count. Here's the pitch. Ball hit down the third base line, and a fair ball off the bag. Perfectly squared up third base there and gets himself a single. That's going to bring up the first baseman, Max Skordapatsky. Takes a big hack there at the first pitch, but comes up empty for strike one. Runners on the corners here with 2 outs. Another good hack there from Skordapatsky, but just missing those pitches a little bit. Runners on the corners, 2 outs, and the Rangers finally on the board here on a big 2-run home run from right fielder Dan Franchischetti. 0-2 pitch. Another changeup, and Skordapatsky swings through that one. And he is down on strikes for the 3rd out of the inning. So for the Rangers in the bottom half of the 5th inning, they score 2 runs on 3 hits. There were no Burlington Brants errors, and they leave a pair of runners on base. We do have 1 defensive change this inning, as number 37, Ronan Hayes, has now come into the game for number 14, David Boato. And we'll get the top of the 6th going here with left fielder Anthony Risquez, who's going to lead things off, followed by the 3rd baseman Noah Burton, and the right fielder Cole Lewis due up 3rd. So here's the first pitch to Risquez from Mark Risotto. As that slider goes outside, they're going to check. Umpire says yes for the swing. So the count now, no balls and 1 strike. Ball hit down the 3rd base line. It goes foul. Ball hit on the ground to second base.
Play a cat! Play a cat!
So Risquez down for the first out of this inning. That is correct. So we have 2 outs now as Burton flies out to right field. That will bring up the right fielder for the Burlington Brants, Cole Lewis. Fastball just missing inside for ball 1. Next pitch just swung on and missed by Lewis for strike 1, so count even now at 1 ball and 1 strike. Slider misses down and in for ball 1. Ball ripped foul down the right field line. So 1 ball and 2 strikes now, the count on Cole Lewis. Ball popped up on the infield. Shortstop Alex Thrower going to make his way in. He'll make the catch. That is the 3rd out here in the top of the 6th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. So as we move on to the bottom of the 6th inning, the score remains the Burlington Brants 11, the Etobicoke Rangers 2. We'll take a short break and be right back for the bottom of the 6th inning. All right, we're set to go here for the bottom of the 6th. Hunter Bisser leading things off here for the Etobicoke Rangers, the catcher. That pitch in there for strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike now, the count. Slider hit down the first baseline, but it is going to kick foul. Ball fouled back to the backstop. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Wood Jets. Change up missing down for a ball. Two and two now, the count. Ball popped up on the infield. Shortstop Darryl Pierce going to come in. He will make the catch. Hunter Bisser, the first out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The next batter is the designated hitter, Noah Case. That pitch missing inside for ball 1. Which also misses, so 2 balls and no strikes here on DH Noah Case. Good looking pitch there as Wood Jets pours that one over the outside corner for strike 1. Ball chopped towards third. It will go foul though. Ball hit back up the middle. Good play there by the second baseman as he throws across the diamond.
Good job.
And able to get
Way to
Case
go.
by about a step.
Way to go, Matt.
Good play there by Matt Maston, 2-0. So that will bring up the left fielder, Daniel Murphy. First pitch to Murphy, hit down the right field line, but it will go just foul. Oh, 1 pitch coming in. Pitch just going to miss the outside corner for ball 1. One ball, 1 strike to count. Here comes the pitch from Wood Jets. Slider that misses the outside corner for ball 2. Two 1 pitch coming now. That ball hit on the ground towards short. Pierce ranges to his left, throws across the diamond. But Bill Riome unable to pick that one up, and that will be an infield single for Daniel Murphy. So with 2 outs here and a runner on first, the right fielder Dan Franchischetti going to come up now. Slider misses down and away for ball 1. Another slider there from Woodjet swung through and missed for strike one. 1 ball and 1 strike to count now. The pitch fouled away. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes now to count on Dan Franchischetti. Here's the pitch from Woodjets. That slider hit off the end of the bat. That will drop into short left center field. Franchischetti makes his way to first. So first and second base now with 2 outs for the Rangers. That's going to bring up the center fielder, Kyle Bowers. He hits that ball hard between third and short. That's going to get into left field. Murphy going to try and make his way home, and he will. Another run across there for the Rangers. That ball grounded to second, throws on to first, and thrower is retired for the 3rd out of the inning. So for the Rangers in the the bottom half of the 6th inning, they score 1 run on 3 hits. There were no Brant's errors. They leave 2 runners on base. The score after 6 complete innings of play in this quarterfinal matchup here at the CABC Gold Bat Tournament is the Burlington Brants 11 and the Etobicoke Rangers 3. We'll take a short break and we'll be right back for the top of the 7th inning. All right, all set for the top of the 7th here with Matt Mastiantuno making his way up to the plate. He'll be followed by Darryl Pierce, the shortstop, and then it's back to the top of the order for Joel Connors. Came into the game a couple of innings ago for Mike Westlake. First pitch from Mark Risotto, just up for ball 1. Mastiantuno with the ground ball to third base. Good play there by Tanner Young-Schultz as he gets the ball across the diamond for the 1st out of the inning.
serve, Daryl.
So we do have a final score in our other quarterfinal game over at Blackwell Park as the Windsor Stars are victorious over the Tecumseh Thunder by a score of 7-3. So the Windsor Stars will advance to the semifinals with their opponent not known yet. We have to wait for the conclusion of this one. So we'll figure out those matchups here in a few minutes as Daryl Pierce chops that one foul. So Risotto back on the mound here. Here's the pitch. Good slider. Ooh, nice play there by Risotto to snag that one. He'll underhand flip to first. And Pierce is down for the second out of the inning. So 2 outs now here in the 7th, and that's going to bring Joel Connors to the plate for his second at bat of the game. Struck out in his first at bat. That ball hit to right field. Sounded like a very broken bat. Franceschetti makes the catch. And we're off to the bottom of the 7th inning. Nothing across there for Burlington. No runs, no hits, no Etobicoke errors. Nobody left on base. Good to see a little bit of joking around going on there. But so we're off to the bottom of the 7th now as Trevor Woodjets looks to finish what he started here. Score remains the Burlington Brants 11 and the Etobicoke Rangers 3. Again, the Windsor Stars victorious in their quarterfinal game over the Tecumseh Thunder by a score of 7-3. So once this game wraps up, we'll figure out our matchups real quick and then get everyone set up for semifinal Sunday here on Father's Day in Sarnia, Ontario. So we'll take a quick break here and come right back to the action in a few minutes. So we're set to go here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Ronan Hayes going to get his first at bat of the game when he came in for David Boato a couple of innings ago. That fastball from Trevor Woodjets over the outside corner for strike 1. He will be followed by Tanner Young-Schultz. And Max Skordapatsky due up third as Ronan Hayes takes another fastball in the outside corner for strike 2. Little slider that's going to be popped up over by the Etobicoke dugout. Hits the netting and out of play. Pitch on the outside corner, called a strike 3. And there's one down here for the Rangers in the bottom half of the 7th inning. That pitch misses up for a ball. 2-0 now the count here on young Schultz. The count here. Pitch from Woodjets. That ball hit on the ground to short. A little bit of a bobble there by Pierce. Low throw, but picked out of the ground by Joe Riom. So 2 down now here is Max Skordapatsky going to make his way to the plate. First pitch from Woodjets. Fastball swung through and missed for strike 1. Another fastball. That one splits the plate for strike 2. Very quickly, Woodjets up 0-2 here on Max Skordapatsky. Another fastball. That one hit on the ground to second base. Estrin 2-0 in. Skordapatsky able to beat that play to first. We'll give him the infield hit. So Skordapatsky reaching first on the infield single. That ball gets shot to shortstop by I will say this inning has been fairly entertaining, as I do have the stream playing beside me to make sure that everything's going okay with the stream, and listening to the chirps coming from the Etobicoke bench towards their own players has been pretty good this inning. So Noah Case steps in here, runners on first and second with 2 outs. That ball ripped up the middle, but good play there by Trevor Woodjets. He's going to walk it over and flip the ball to first.
Good job, guys. Good job. Way to go.
And that is all for this one. So the final score in this one, the Burlington Brants 11 and the Etobicoke Rangers 3. So this will set up our semifinal matchups now, as the Sarnia Brigade, the number 1 seed, will take on the number 6 seed, the Burlington Brants, here at Errol Russell Park, beginning at 10:30 a.m. The other semifinal game over at Blackwall Park will feature the number 2 seed, the Newmarket Hawks, taking on the number 4 seed, the Windsor Stars. So both of those games are now going to be 10:30 first pitches. And we will be back here at Errol Russell Park to stream that 10:30 game here, but the final will also be here at Errol Russell Park, taking place at 1:30 p.m. between the two winners of those two semifinal games. So we've still got a few games left to go tomorrow. We appreciate everyone joining into the stream today. It was really cool to be able to kind of see some of the followers posting comments and stuff like that. So I appreciate that people are enjoying the feed. Long day here at the baseball park today, but we'll go home, rest, and then get ready for some great playoff action here happening tomorrow. So really appreciative to all the fans that showed up here today at the park, all the fans that have been watching on the stream. Thank you so much for joining into today's action, and we'll see you back here bright and early tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. where we'll have the Sarnia Brigade and Burlington Brants semifinal game that will be happening here at 10:30 a.m. first pitch. Thank you so much, and have a great evening.